Like I said though, I just wish that you would use it in private match so that you wouldn't have to ruin our experience.
You can't record human reaction in a box game. You would understand if you made $25 by selling it and it sold 15 to 25 times a day. Then you'd understand why I do it. I don't do it because I enjoy it. I don't do it because it's fun. I do it for the money.
It's almost not even his fault though. If there wasn't a market for this shit, there wouldn't be people to sell it.
And that's very true.
Yeah.
That is very true. But there is a market.
Call of Duty World War II on PC is a hacking problem. In fact, Sledgehammer Games recently came out with a blog post detailing how soon we'll see less cheaters because apparently they talked to Valve about the VAC detection in Call of Duty being so shit that it allowed this cheating little cum dumpster that I was talking to, as you saw in the first clip, to not even have to change his cheat code after a recent patch. They also created a Twitter account at @SHG_Banhammer so that players can report cheaters that they see online with evidence, and according to the Reddit thread, which announced both, it is actually doing the job of banning the cheaters properly. Here's the problem though. Sledgehammer Games isn't accepting responsibility at all for the state of the cheaters on the PC version of the game. They're either outsourcing the problem to Valve's VAC system or putting the onus on the players themselves to report things in-game and through Twitter. By the way, if you aren't someone that's part of the hardcore audience on Reddit, you'd never ever know about this Twitter account since it's not advertised anywhere in-game, even though there's more than enough spaces to advertise their shitty upcoming DLC because Activision is spelled with a $. Put that shit on the homepage somewhere instead of the stupid nonsense about divisions. On top of that, why should we have to take an extra step beyond the in-game beepity bops to actually get some shit done around here? I know it's much easier to weed out the false positives with actual evidence in a tweet, but what's the point of having the in-game report system if it does absolutely nothing? In this video though, I want to talk solutions because as you saw in the opening clip, I had an aha, come to Jesus even though I'm an atheist moment. Let me set the stage for you here. On PC, most cheaters play hardcore because one, apparently even with an aimbot, it's too difficult to land multiple shots in core because of Sledgehammer Games' amazing hit detection, or they're just too fucking lazy to do so, and secondly, that it's not ridiculously obvious when you're cheating since there are no kill cams to watch, thus it's harder to make definitive proof about someone being a douche canoe. I mean, check out how blatant some of these core kill cams are, and I just love Coots' reaction to this one.
Look at that, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Like, what? What? Okay, yeah, that's enough shit. I'm not fucking playing this one, man.
Why someone got on the bump?
Dude, I can't, dude. I can't. I'm getting fucking sniped through fucking smoke. There's no fucking way you knew that I was there.
Fantastic! That was really cool.
It's so obvious, bro. Let's see if he
Obviously.
knows where I'm going.
Mario is a 100% aimbotting. He's just
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Dude, he snapped to me in between, like, on the other side of a wall. Now, of course, all this goes out the window when you're a dumb shit and realize that there's a bronze star play of the game now instead of just the game-winning kill, so that even in hardcore, if you get a sick enough feed, you'll end up in front of the entire goddamn lobby as your audience to your cheating ways, like this fuck trumpet here. So bottom line, if you're on PC, stay away from hardcore, even if you have a contract for it, as HC might as well stand for Hacking Central instead of hardcore. Now, this cheater actually started chatting with me, and of course, I would refute his claims at every turn with nonsense like,
if you would have just asked nicely, I would have turned off the cheats.
to which I proclaimed, of course we're going to be hostile about it. You're ruining our time on the game. And,
you know, you could just leave the lobby, right?
with my response of, why should I leave the lobby when I'm playing the game legit and you're the one that's using cheats to play and are going against the Call of Duty terms of service? But then he explained that even if we all report his account and it somehow got banned, which I'm hoping it will after I tweet this video to @SHG_Banhammer, he's got hundreds of other Steam accounts with the game because he's made so much money off of selling these cheats that it's just a business expense for him since he can afford to buy the game multiple times even though it's $60 per key at the most, which it's definitely not because of things like keygens and shady websites like G2A, #sellout mode, use my Green Man Gaming affiliate link for cheap PC games that aren't shady because they get shit directly from publishers. Anyways, for this guy, it doesn't matter that his account is banned, even if he's actually lying about how much money he makes off the game, the logic makes sense. On top of that, he records reactions of people getting killed by hackers to post on a website. I couldn't get which one it was out of him though, and it's not YouTube, and he makes money through that via ad revenue, since apparently enough people have the maturity level of someone watching the Paul brothers who will also watch hacking trolling videos, because even though that type of content peaked about 6 years ago on YouTube, somehow they still find it funny. Since bots don't give reactions, you can't play against bots, even though that would be a perfectly reasonable way to test your cheats. Which then brought me to the sad conclusion. If there's a market, someone out there without a moral compass will satisfy that market, and this circle jerker is just that person without the moral compass. He doesn't enjoy ruining our time, even though that doesn't make sense given what I just deduced, but he only does it for the money. And this is where Sledgehammer Games can step in and eliminate the market for these cheats. According to the security enforcement policy, they already permaban on first caught offenses for hacking or modding, which is a great start. This will force players that are banned to make a new Steam account and repurchase the game, which is a huge risk for the reward of getting to cheat. This risk-reward ratio needs to be made so far in favor of risk that the reward of actually hacking is not profitable, if you will. Some Call of Duty games already have VAC-protected servers like Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, and this needs to happen in Call of Duty World War II if it's not already implemented. That means that any player with a VAC ban on record from any game cannot play Call of Duty World War II because they can't play on the servers. This increases the risk, since getting banned on a game like CSGO, for instance, will prevent you from not only playing that game, but also Call of Duty World War II or any other game with VAC-protected servers. Since Call of Duty World War II on PC uses dedicated servers, this should be an issue. In every single instance that I've encountered a hacker and then looked at their Steam profile, I could easily see this wasn't their first rodeo, so this would be yet another risk for the potential cheat user. They should also take a page from another VAC user in CSGO, where it will immediately kick a player when a cheat has been detected and then broadcast it to the entire lobby. This serves several purposes, as it updates the game in real time to actually make a clean lobby for those playing legit. It will show off to the legit players that measures are actually being taken to prevent this type of bullshittery, and it serves as a deterrent for other would-be cheaters, showing off that if they attempt to hack, they will be caught and humiliated in front of other players. Speaking of how other games do it, they have to look no further than another game in the Activision Blizzard space, Overwatch, for how they have handled cheaters. Blizzard has done ban waves that not only gets players' attention, but also games journalism's attention, which adds the risk to the potential user because they know that enforcement is happening. Blizzard takes it a step further with Overwatch, though. If a player is banned for cheating, their hardware is tagged, such that if they buy another copy of the game, it won't work even with a new account. Players have reported that on subsequent purchases of the game, even after changing hard drive IDs, IP and MAC addresses, BIOS configurations, and even using VPNs, they were still banned even though they weren't cheating on this brand new account. This means that the risk for cheating becomes huge, as they won't be able to play the game at all without a serious investment in new hardware, and even then you still have the possibility of being caught for a second time. I made a video a really long time ago, August 16, 2012 to be exact, about modders in Call of Duty World at War on the Xbox 360 with a potential fix for it that could be easily added into this game. A vote to kick feature. If players in a lobby experience a hacker, they could vote to kick said player, and it could be a silent vote kick such that the prompt doesn't appear for all the players when it's been initiated, but rather tallied up over the course of the game if you want to go about it that way. Now, this could be exploited by players that are just getting their shit pushed in and want to kick a good player from the lobby. However, the benefits of kicking cheaters far outweighs the detriment of having a few Nemos getting caught in the net. This to me would be the least favorable option of all the ones I presented, but it's better than the bullshit we have now. Bottom line, make the risk of potentially getting caught using hacks so great that the reward of getting your jollies off on ruining other players' experiences are not worth it. Unfortunately, because the players that are banned have to rebuy the game, it actually makes Sledgehammer Games and Activision more money to keep the status quo, but I'd argue that they lose out in the long run because they will not get potential game purchases that will not commit due to the rampant hacking problem. Why buy a game that has the reputation of being riddled with cheating little shit stains? The no moral compass asshats that make these cheats are raking in the dough from their idiot whales who keep buying cheats every single time the game updates and they get banned, but these asshats won't have a market to sell hacks if the proper measures are taken to use scare tactics to ward off these would-be purchasers. Take a look around the industry, Call of Duty, because I know that's what you do for ideas about making your games anyway, so do the same for your goddamn anti-cheat. What do you guys think? I've been the Schwans27, making like a fetus and heading out. Until next time.
And, I mean, I don't know how you guys even really find it fun anymore. Sledgehammer don't care about the game.
So then play a different game. Don't ruin the experience for us.
You literally.
And
one
by
of
the way,
most
the reason
hated
why
players
this
in
game
fucking
is ruined is people like you that sell fucking cheats. That's why it's ruined. It's not
Yeah,
ruined
that's
because of the
why, no
developers.
shit.